Welcome to the Dolls and Donuts podcast, episode 49. In today's episode, we'll cover what's going on in the animal rights community and what's been happening at Robin's Vegan Dollhouse. So, Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
This will go up on December 1st, so...
Happy Hanukkah.
Yes, and all your other things. Happy Atheist Christmas, which is my thing. I love Christmas, but I don't believe in any of it. I put my Christmas stuff up last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not even Thanksgiving. I guess it doesn't matter, does it? Once Halloween passes.
And also, part of the reason I put it up so early is because we're not going to be there the week of Thanksgiving, and we're not going to be there the week of Christmas. So we're kind of we're going to lose 2 weeks, kind of. So we wanted to be able to enjoy our stuff.
What theme is your tree right now?
There's no theme.
Oh.
I just needed something. You would have loved my tree previously moving to... In Florida, I had a candy-themed tree.
I would have.
It was really good.
It's never going to be a candy theme again. You got rid of all of it.
Not all of it. Most of it. But I got these cupcake ornaments in Vegas like many years ago, like our first time we went to Vegas when we moved out here, and like I still put those in the tree. So I still put some ornaments on the tree, but we have like the one that just collapses down, pre-decorated, and goes under the bed.
Oh, that's
because
nice.
I don't have
Space.
I can't store all the stuff I had before.
Yeah.
Like I have to have like one container. That's all the room I have for Christmas stuff.
There's a stand-up comedian that was talking about how in California people can't store anything because we don't have any space.
Yeah. I have one plastic container, the tub, and that's my limit for Christmas stuff. So my tree collapses and goes under the bed. Because if it was the box like a normal tree, but no room for that. Like a normal tree box. I don't have a garage. I don't have any storage.
I mean, honestly, I don't know why anyone doesn't have those collapsible. That just seems so great.
Yeah, I think I would get it again, but I wouldn't get the
nice.
pre-decorated one. I would get one that was just plain and decorate it myself. Because honestly, like putting all the branches on the tree is the worst part of decorating. Like the rest of it's fun.
Yeah.
But like putting the actual tree together,
No,
if you have it artificial, it's not fun. That was my least favorite part growing up. But so I think I'll get a collapsible one going forward because I won't keep this tree after we move out of this apartment. But for now, it's fine. But it's like red and gold themed, and then I have my own stuff on it. Like it has everything: the lights, the bulbs, like ribbons, like bows, and everything's on it already.
Oh,
Garland,
I might want it.
Everything.
If I got one, I might want it with the lights built in too.
Yeah, maybe
putting
a
on lights isn't
collapsible
fun.
with lights, and it's got white lights, which I didn't love.
Like
I like colorful lights. All my other lights around the apartment are color, but it's just too convenient right now, and I'm not gonna get a new tree before we move out of here. So anyway. So it's kind of a hodgepodge right now, but I definitely will do a themed tree again once we like have more room at some point. But yes, everything went up last night, and it was fun. And we actually we went to Target, and I got this because we have our little light on our balcony, and I got this thing that it's a bulb, but you put it in, and the base of it, the actual bulb part of it turns, and it's like a little. Did you see my Instagram story?
Mm-mm.
It's like a little. It's like a Christmas disco. Yeah, so that was kind of fun. I was like, I want people to walk by our balcony and be like, "Whoa, what's going on up there?" And that's what's happening. So, and then we put lights on the balcony railing and stuff. So, yeah,
Cool.
we're getting Christmas early since we're gonna be out of town for 2 weeks over the holiday time total. So,
Yeah. Well, I don't decorate because I don't do Christmas, but I have been starting on my planning for my solstice gifts. And I had a little bit of a fail. I was going to save it for Wagger Whimper, but it's not really a vegan thing that I tried, so I'm just going to tell you now.
okay, I'm excited.
So, you know how Miyoko has a couple cookbooks, right? She has one that's like a
think I do.
cheese cookbook and one that's like a pantry items cookbook.
I think so.
So one of the things in the pantry items is powdered cheese sauce, kind of like for mac and cheese.
Okay.
And so I was like, wouldn't it be cute if I made like little
Like
mac
little
and cheese kits? Yeah.
That would be cute. I love those kind of things. They're
Okay.
never vegan. You can never buy them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that'd be cute. You made me a muffin one for something
Yes.
once. I loved that.
Oh, okay, good.
I love those things. And you, like I said, like someone has to make it for you because you can't just go buy them. I mean,
Right.
you can buy them, but they're never vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, my muffin one is one that I used to do in the past.
that
for
was
sure.
fun.
So I was thinking this year I would do like a little mac and cheese one. So I followed her recipe precisely, and it was the worst thing I've ever
Which is
used.
even rare for you to do it precisely.
I know, but I figured like start with the
and tweak
and then
if
tweak
you
it.
need, yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
Like,
have to start
not even
over.
tweakable?
It's not tweakable. I've even been trying to tweak it because it made like a lot. It made five 5 little mac and cheese kits worth. And so I've been trying to tweak it each time I make it, and it's just like, it's not good.
That
So
sucks.
I might have to start from scratch, but I have to figure out what to use all of that on now because I can't waste because I'm not a waster.
Well, we're going to Ireland for Christmas, for Thanksgiving. Obviously, they don't celebrate it, so we'll just do American Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving Day. And it's kind of nice because everything will be open. And
wait,
like,
is it obvious? I guess I don't know which countries celebrate it and which countries don't. Are we the only country
We're the only one that does our
Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving. Obviously, Canada has their Thanksgiving, but it's not on the same day.
No, it's not.
It's like
it already
last month.
Yeah,
it's
it
in
already
October,
passed.
I think. Yeah, I mean, ours is, no other, I mean, Ireland and the UK, and they don't have Thanksgiving. So it would be kind of nice because it would be business as usual out there. So, like, shopping would be normal, and, like,
good.
going to get groceries, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we're going to do the Thanksgiving there.
I mean, I don't like traveling when there's a holiday because it's, like, very much limits the amount of things you can do. It's annoying.
Yeah, but it's then you have time off. Like, so what are you going to do? Yeah.
I know.
It's just, you just have to, like, deal with it sometimes. But, so we're doing Christmas and Thanksgiving together because I'm going to be in Ohio for Christmas. Matt and I are going to be, so we're going to do Christmas presents in the next 2 weeks for his family. I got to figure something out because we won't.
Well, don't do mac and cheese kits.
Thank you. That was number one on my look into list, and now I got to cross it out. Good to know. Save me the trouble. But yeah, I'm excited, and there's a Greg's like literally walking distance from Matt's parents' house, so that vegan sausage roll.
Oh yeah,
coming at me.
Oh, I'm glad you reminded me because I was like, "What is she talking?"
I swore I was like, I'm gonna try it, and I also said I was gonna try the Morrison's one, but there's no Morrison's in Northern Ireland.
Oh,
it's only like in England, so I can't make it. So we're not doing any other side trips this time. We're just staying in Northern Ireland, so I won't be able to try that one this time. But then I am going to go try to get the cheesecake from Pizza Hut.
Oh, good.
So I will report back on that, believe me. And then other stuff, obviously. There's been a couple of new vegan restaurants that opened. So January's episode will just be all about Christmas and hot Decembers. Because we'll have a lot to talk about.
Good. I have an update on Santa Cruz. Have you been to Santa Cruz lately?
This shouldn't be that hard. It's been like a few months. Maybe September?
Okay, that's not too long ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
Well, I was very excited to learn that Saturn now has a new menu item, which is a burrito with French fries in it.
Okay.
And it's so good. So I needed to discuss it, just in case any of our listeners didn't know.
Maki approves.
Yeah, Maki had some of the, she did not have any burrito. Just the mention of the word burrito. Look what her ear is doing. It's funny. It reminds me of the plane in Star Wars. What is that one with
the tips
wings?
that are up?
Mm-hmm. X-wing. Is that the X-wing? We don't know.
Clueless.
Neither of us know anything about Star Wars.
I'm more of a Trekkie.
Oh, really? I don't know anything about either one.
I don't pretend to be an expert, but I prefer Star Trek.
My dad watched
Come at me.
Star Trek, and that is all that I know. So that was one of the things I was super excited about. And also, I went to Verve Coffee, and they make their own almond milk. Or I don't know if they make it or if they get it from somebody local who makes it, but it's definitely homemade almond milk. Mm-hmm. And it makes me excited whenever I find coffee shops that do that.
Yeah.
There was one in San Jose, and they stopped, and it's very disappointing.
It's like whenever I go to Saturn, I want those banana pancakes, and I don't care about anything else.
Yeah, I was there for brunch, too. So you definitely would have gotten the banana pancakes.
I just always go to the banana pancakes.
Yeah.
And I think Matt was talking about going to Bishopstown this weekend for brunch.
Do they have banana pancakes?
Getting those pancakes. They do banana and chocolate. Well, I haven't had brunch at their new location. I've only been there for later in the day. Mm-hmm. But at their old location, if the menu hasn't changed, they do banana or chocolate chip. And I would be like, can I eat the banana? You can throw some chocolate chips in there. So it's banana chocolate chip.
The brunch menu definitely has changed, but I think they're only adding. I don't think they're subtracting.
I mean, pancakes is pretty, I feel like they would be just crazy to get rid of some kind of pancake. So
yeah,
as long as there's some kind of pancake, I'm fine.
When are you going tomorrow?
Oh, it's this weekend. I don't know. No.
Sometime soon.
Yeah. We only have one more weekend before we're gone, so I think we'll see if it happens. But if we do, it'll be pancakes.
Actually, next weekend, this isn't next weekend for our listeners.
Yeah, this has been long time ago.
This is all useless information for you guys, sorry. But next weekend there is a pop-up at Republica V that I was thinking about going to. I don't know what day you're going to Butcher Sun.
We haven't really. I think we said
meet up.
We're running that Sanctuary Sprint 5K Saturday morning. It's virtual, so we're just gonna run in
virtual like you do it at home.
Yeah.
Oh, how weird.
Not like in your house, but you don't go anywhere because the race is they're having like an in-person race, but it's in New Jersey. I'm obviously not flying to New Jersey for it.
Yeah.
So you can do it.
The virtual races seem like they would make sense for all the fires too, because you're not supposed to be like exerting yourself when it's super fiery and smoky outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've only done 2 virtual races, and they're always like fundraiser ones. Mm-hmm. This one, and then the Treadford Taiji, which is the dolphin slaughter.
Oh, okay.
The dolphin project.
Did you
wait? I raised money for that, and then ran that one.
Did you meet your goal? Sorry for the race.
Yeah, I surpassed it several times.
Oh, wow, nice.
My original goal was 100, and I surpassed that. Then I moved to 150, and I surpassed that. Right now I'm at 225.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I was like, woo, yeah, happy.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we might go after that. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what your...
Okay.
Maybe we'll sync up there.
Okay. I think it's the 24th from what I remember.
What day is that?
I feel like it might be
Yes, Ashley, open your email when you want to know what day it is.
Oh my god, I do this all the
it's 24th. That's the wrong weekend. That's the weekend after next. So I'll be in Ireland. So that won't even work.
That's not next weekend? Oh.
No, next weekend's the 16th and the 17th.
Oh, I knew that.
People that are listening to this are like, oh my god, that was like 3 weeks ago. I don't care.
Yeah, we can cut this out. Maybe. Or maybe we'll make you suffer. Okay, well, that's too bad. I felt like that would have been fun. Okay, so now it's time for Ask Ashley.
That's me.
What's been going on with the animals?
Okay, so the first story I thought was interesting, since it's something that I'm sure most vegans that like to travel deal with, and with it being December, like the holiday season, a lot of people are traveling, and especially on long haul flights, which comes up a lot. So this is from thepointsguy.com, and the headline is, what options do U.S. airlines offer for vegan passengers? And it's just kind of a nice little like summary of a few of the big ones. So American, Delta, Southwest, JetBlue, and Alaska is who they kind of cover here. Mm-hmm. And they kind of brought up, this was kind of like brought to the attention of this reporter, because it said that United Airlines last month said that it would start focusing on providing plant-based choices to its passengers. So they're going to put a little more attention on vegan meals. So then because of that was announced, they go like, well, what is going on with everywhere else? Yeah. So there were just a few interesting things here. American Airlines says that about a fifth of its premium cabin meals on international flights are vegan friendly.
What is premium cabin? Can you explain?
So it's like first class probably.
Okay. So I wouldn't know about that.
I've only ever been in first class once. And it was, I was 16 and I still remember it. They gave me like, obviously I wasn't even vegetarian then. And, well, not obviously, but I wasn't. And they gave me like ice cream sundae and stuff. It was amazing. But it was so fancy. They brought me and my cousin, I was sitting next to my cousin, my first trip to Europe. They brought us like salmon and we're like, no. Because my family was a no seafood family. Like we grew up like, ew. Like that's disgusting for some reason. Like nobody in my family liked seafood. And so the second generation, we didn't eat seafood and we were like, ew, gross. Nobody eats seafood. And so we were like, oh, what? We're not eating that. And then they brought us another ice cream sundae. And we're like, this is better. So that was, I very distinctly remember. And like having my chair all the way back. And like, it was, yeah, I remember it.
Oh, I don't think I would ever forget it if it ever happened.
Yeah.
I doubt it would.
I paid for my regular flight. And then my uncle, who's a musician and like flies all over the world, like upgraded me. Mm-hmm. So I was with the rest of my family. So it was nice. I think we might do something, maybe not the first class, because you get on those big flights, there's like 3 classes sometimes.
Mm-hmm. That's why I didn't know what premium meant.
Yeah, like and every like airline calls it something different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So who knows? I'm guessing it's definitely not coach premium. Let's put it that way. But I think we're gonna have to do something a little bit better for our Australia trip at some point next year, because that's it's so long flight. But we are doing for Ireland. Ended up paying more to get a row that's just 2 seats, which is nice. So.
And does that mean that the seat next to you, there's no seat, so you get extra space next to you, or?
There's just no seat, period.
Right.
It's a row of 2. So
but
we didn't
is there a space or no?
It's just a row, like that whole row is 2 people. So there's more room. And I think we got like in the front, so like there's no chairs in front of us either. But it's also like being able to get up and like not worry about disturbing people. I like to sit by the window. Matt likes to sit on the aisle, so that leaves us usually in a pickle when we're trying to like deal with 3 seats and picking our seats, you know?
Yeah. Have you ever sat with a stranger between you?
No.
Oh yeah, me neither.
Especially not like, if it was like an hour flight, I'd be like, whatever, let's do it. But if it's like 11 hours, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
Because we're like, hey, you watch a movie? Like, what the guys, you mind if we like use your tray table to put our laptop, our iPad on so we both can watch it? You know, no. Usually it's me that just like deals with being in the middle seat for
Can you pass the chapstick
million
over
hours
to my friend?
Yeah. So anyway. So I just thought this was interesting. They definitely said there's a good amount of statistics in here about how much interest vegan meals are getting. It says today, so it's still American. It said today about 23% of our customers choose to pre-order a vegan meal. So that's like.
I remember being on Delta and they had a veggie wrap that was vegan.
They also go through in here and like tell you like what some of the options actually are. I don't think I need to read those off for people. But yeah, it was interesting, and some of them said that they're in the process of making them more options and more accessible and like better and all that. So I thought that was kind of interesting, especially if you're looking at different airlines. So yeah, check that out. I liked that. I always pre-order my vegan meal, which works great if they don't change your flight, which happened to us in September coming home from Europe.
We ordered we pre-order the vegan meal and then we bring our own food just in case I won't like it.
Yeah, I always bring snacks for sure. Enough snacks that I could like live to the, because you get like, sometimes you get like 3 meals. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you can at least get dinner and breakfast on the red eyes, which is I usually take to Europe. It's like you're not just gonna go 11 hours without eating. Like no, don't. I never chance it. Like I never just walk on with nothing.
Yeah. And you also never know when your connecting flight is going to be delayed or whatever, too. And I don't want to be trapped in an international airport and not have food with me, so I just bring it. Oh, wow. She's really having a good time. Maki, do you want to come over here? Do you want to come over here? Come here. Come here. Okay, that's my girl. That's my babies.
Yeah, so I thought it was just a nice little wrap up of what's going on with that. Because I know that's something us vegans always have to think about. And we're getting on a flight that is long enough where you need a meal, for sure. Okay, so
can I tell you a flight story about food?
Yeah.
One time I was traveling for work, and it was my coworker, and then I was in the middle, and then there was a guy next to me, and he got out a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it smelled so good, and I wanted some so bad that I threatened to my coworker that I was going to ask him for a bite, but she made me not.
Yeah, that would have been an awkward rest of the flight. You're lucky because sometimes people bring stuff on the plane and it stinks the whole plane up.
Oh god, it smells so good. It was so mean.
Well, that's good.
And then I was like, why don't I bring peanut butter and jelly on the plane? It's like a perfect thing to bring.
We've packed, like Matt and I have like packed sandwiches, like little like lunches or whatever on planes.
I've never brought a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Not peanut butter and jelly.
Perfect thing.
But other sandwiches. I can't remember what it was, but we don't do it often, but we do it occasionally. We'll pack like a sandwich.
I've never coveted somebody's food on an airplane before, except that one moment.
Yeah. Okay, so the next story, which I want to say I'm sure you've heard of about, but maybe you didn't.
Let's find out.
And this is from CNN, and it's New York City will never heard of it. New York City will ban restaurants and grocery stores from selling foie gras.
Oh, cool. No, I didn't know.
Okay, so the ban is spreading everywhere. We know it's hotly contested. It was like in Chicago, here in the Bay Area, in San Francisco, I should say. It's been challenged many times, back and forth, and then, overturned and then put back in. So everywhere that the bans have seemed to have gone up, there's been a lot of opposition, but New York City is the next one to step towards that. And this will take place in 2022. So there is a time, like most things we talk about, it doesn't happen immediately.
You know what I hate about when they do that, like the 2022, is now everyone who eats foie gras is going to eat it way more because they think it's like a limited time only and they have to eat a whole bunch because that's how I am during cherry season.
That's so funny you put it that way. I can relate because I know how much I want these cherries. Yeah, so this is to 2022, and so it will be restaurants and grocery stores can no longer sell foie gras. And for those that try to sell it anyway, they'll be facing a civic penalty upwards to $2,000 for each violation. So that's I think that's kind of reasonable for first offense anyway, at least. So it says each violation though. But yeah, and then it goes on to kind of talk what I just kind of talked about how like foie gras has long been a point of debate, and it goes on to talk a little bit about California and Chicago's bans and like how it's kind of bounced back and forth a lot in the courts, which still happens. As early as earlier this year, we got it back and stated in the Supreme Court. It went to the Supreme Court in January 2019 for our ban here in California, and it was upheld. So that's good news, but it won't be, who knows, really long before they try to challenge it again. And so this is a good article. It kind of talks about like, obviously, as I think it should, talks about both sides, like people that are against it and for it. Otherwise, it would not be a good art. It would not be a fair article, I don't think, even though I don't agree with that one side. But there is some. It does address that, so that's good to look at. And then one thing that was interesting though was that after this came out, of course I heard about it. It was everywhere. And then I am signed up for the United Poultry Concerns email list. Have you ever heard of them? Mm-mm. They're basically I don't know if they don't do any rescues and stuff, but they're basically like an organization that's basically kind of focused on like poultry, like chickens and stuff poultry welfare. And so they sent a email. I get their emails, like updates about what's going on, and they sent a clarification on the law. So apparently, obviously I haven't read the fine print of the law. Most people don't read that stuff. But she sent out an email saying that as the law's advocates have observed, and it says, as the name of the law signifies, the force feeding will be banned, but not the production of foie gras as such. So if they can come up with another way to get the fatty liver and stuff without force feeding, that's not banned. But right now, that's how it's produced, right? So that's how it's going to be banned. So if they come up with another way to do it that excludes force feeding, it can be sold. So it's kind of a little thing. And they said one kind of force feeding method, or non-force feeding method that could be used, she said one of their members wrote to them in 2012, while obviously there were still bans being contested and stuff, and this person that wrote in to United Poultry Concerns said, in the 1990s, I heard a speaker from Hebrew University explain that they no longer have to force feed. Instead, they destroy the hypothalamus, and the birds then, lacking appetite control, force feed themselves. And they're saying that could be a way around the ban. Because you're not force feeding them, they're force feeding themselves, right? And who knows, they could come back and be like, hey. But there could be some ways that maybe loopholes in the ban that that the producers could get around that still aren't good for the animals. Obviously, being killed at the end isn't good for you, no matter how you get there. Yeah. But she wanted to make sure that people knew, like, this doesn't mean it's a worthless ban. This is a big deal, and it's. But she just wanted activists to be aware that it's about the force feeding aspect. It's not about the So either way, even if this was just a full out ban on it, no exclusions, there's going to be an appeal. There has been everywhere else. I have no reason why. And New York's such a food foodie city. Like, people like that. There's snails and all that shit. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's an appeal. I'd be shocked if there wasn't. But that's good. I mean, the fact that they even voted to carry on with it is a good sign, and I think people support it. And then we'll have to see what happens. So, but it's a big deal. So, Robin, what's been happening at the dollhouse?
So, it's Isabel's birthday, and
how old is she? 8?
Yeah, 18. Mm-hmm. She requested a chocolate mint cake for her cake, which she requested 3 years ago. But I think a 3-year time window is a good amount of time to wait before
to be
requesting the same.
Okay. I thought she wanted it 3 years ago, but she's not getting it until now. I was like, you wanted to be sure.
It was a re-request. I'm very picky about re-requests. I don't like making the same thing 2 birthdays in a row. Mm-hmm. And then Josipa tried to request something I had just made for Jessica's birthday, like the same flavor, after like a couple months only. And of course I had to veto that.
I always come up with the craziest ass stuff, so you're never going to get to say it for me.
You're never going to try to violate that very clear, unwritten anywhere law that has been created by me only. So I did kind of alter the recipe a little bit, my chocolate cake recipe this time. And I think I like it better. I put yogurt in it. That's the difference.
Interesting.
I feel like it's a little bit more moist, and it does seem like it has a little bit of a sturdier texture, which I liked. I made the chocolate mint cake with I participated in this wrapped cake collab. Are you familiar with these wrapped cakes?
You've seen them.
Okay, so I've never done one. I've done buttercream transfers before, which is like the same procedure, but I've never done a wrapped cake, which is basically where you take a wrapping paper that you like and you lay it down, and then you put something clear over it, like wax paper or acetate or something, and then you trace the design of the wrapping paper onto this long thing, and then you wrap it around your cake. So you're drawing with frosting.
Okay. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of a new technique. I'd never seen it. But yeah, people were doing it for a collaboration for the holidays. And I decided, instead of tracing wrapping paper, which might have come out better, but I don't care, that I would create my own design for Isabel's birthday cake.
Okay, I'm going to click on this and look at it.
So I did bats because she's obsessed with bats. It's her favorite. So I just designed bats. I put bows on some of them, made some of them bigger and some of them smaller, and I just traced bats and then filled the rest in with white vanilla mint buttercream. The bats are chocolate buttercream.
That's cute.
Thanks. Anyway, I'm really happy with how it came out, but it definitely took some time. So I wouldn't challenge anybody who's not already pretty into taking on baking challenges or cake decorating challenges to do this. But yeah. I really had fun with it, and I posted it last night, so it's live at vegandollhouse.com. And I decorated on top with this peppermint bark that is a collaboration I'm doing with Amy's. I haven't posted it yet. But the peppermint bark is super easy. It's just basically a melted chocolate with fun stuff on top. But that recipe will also be live by the time this goes up, because I think I'm posting it on December 1st, same day as our podcast goes up. So that cake was kind of a fun, that's my big fun. I feel like I can only fit in one cake every month, max, because they take so much energy. So I guess that was my cake for the holidays. I think it would be a good holiday cake because it's mint.
Yeah.
Anyway. So that was one of the things that I've been working on. I also did another collaboration with Amy's that was butternut scones. So I've been on the scone kick, as you probably know, since I've been making them nonstop for the past few months. And so I made these with their butternut squash soup. And they turned out pretty good. Amy's requirements are 5 ingredients or less, which makes things very difficult.
But I like it.
Very challenging for me. 5 ingredients or less and 5 steps or less. But I managed to keep it under the requirement, and they came out flaky and nice. So those will be live by the time this is aired. And then what else? Pumpkin cheesecakes. That was also another collab with Amy's.
Yes, and I got to divulge in these. So good.
Ashley was kind enough to copy edit my recipe before I sent it to them, and then her reward was
paid
that
in
she
cheesecake.
got to taste the cheesecake.
Yeah, it was delish.
Thank you. I had to recipe test that a few times before I got the right consistency.
And the cookie on the bottom just set it off.
Yes, good.
I was like, oh, good. There's a cookie at the bottom. Yay! But it really added something.
Yeah,
it was good.
Oh, that's so good. What do you think about the candy bars inside? Was it a good amount?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
good. The pumpkin cheesecakes are actually pretty easy. It's no bake. You don't have to bake anything. You don't have to make the crust because I just substituted a cookie for the crust. Yeah. So
I could even do this.
You could even do this. It's actually that easy. It's mostly just, it takes time freezing in your freezer. That's it.
You do something else. You're not even doing anything.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
Just waiting.
Yep. All you need is a blender and a freezer. And that's it. And then you can make them. So those pumpkin cheesecakes are already on the website too. And I also posted my tuna casserole recipe. It's just kind of like a recipe my mom used to make us when we were little. I don't know how you feel about tuna casserole.
Oh, well, I mean, we never made it, obviously, because if it was seafood, we didn't.
Oh, but it's like canned tuna. You didn't do canned tuna either?
We didn't do anything that swam in the ocean.
Okay. So
nothing.
So my dad I didn't grow up eating fish. When you were talking about how you weren't a seafood family, we were not a seafood family either.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't like the smell of it.
The smell is horrendous.
Like, it looks weird. I wasn't a fish person, but tuna from a can is something my dad always bought.
Oh, no. I've never had tuna.
Okay. So we made like tuna salad sandwiches or like tuna melts or tuna casserole. Tuna casserole was like a staple.
No, when I say we didn't have any seafood,
You
I'm
mean
not exaggerating.
Even from the can.
Okay. No, nothing.
Okay, well, it somehow sparks very much emotion in people, either negative or positive.
I can see that.
It's like has a bad rep, I guess. I think it's delicious, but I might just think that because I had it when I was growing up, so I'm like used to it. I don't know. Like if it was introduced to me now as a new thing, would I like it? I have no idea. I like casseroles.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, so I veganized the recipe my mom used to use. And I put it on the website. It's not the most attractive thing. I usually don't put unattractive recipes up there, but since Zen has been living on her own with roommates, she's been asking me for recipes a lot lately. And so I've been trying to put up more like easy meal recipes so that Zen and others maybe can.
You gotta tell you,
look at them.
As someone that doesn't appreciates a few, like not a lot of steps, not a lot of ingredients, the one thing that I hate that people do in recipes that you did here.
What?
Because you guys are so also fancy and they look at me. When you're like one batch of mushroom gravy and then it links to another recipe of something else I have to make.
Oh, yeah.
Or like, oh, my sauce. And I'm like, that's, okay, now there's 2 recipes. No. I didn't sign up for that. I will just, if that happens, I will just click out of a recipe.
Yeah.
I'm like, forget it.
So I would not suggest this tuna casserole for you. If you like 5
but
steps or less and 5 ingredients or less,
but I just saw this, like,
if
if you're trying to, like, I mean, if you're, your market is people that, like, are very experienced cooks or whatever and have 15 hours to cook, then sure. But, like, if I see a recipe that links to another recipe that's an ingredient, goodbye.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, I won't do it.
I don't, I guess if it's, like, something I'm not already excited about making, I would not be into it.
It's because it's all mental for me. Like, if you would have put, like, if you would have put, like, a subcategory and it said, like, casserole ingredients or whatever, and then it was, like, gravy, and then you just put the mushroom gravy ingredients underneath, like, it was all still part of the same recipe, I think that would have tricked me. Do you know what I'm saying?
So you would have been fine if that list was twice as long and the ingredients instructions.
I mean, if this was long, I still wouldn't have done it because that's too many. But let's just say the mushroom gravy was 3 ingredients. Let's just say that it was like 2 steps and 3 ingredients. I thought not a big deal, right? But it's because it's linking to a whole other recipe that seems more overwhelming to me than if it was just listed as another little subcategory. Subcategory.
Yeah, no, I get
then
it.
I would be like less, because some places are like sauce or whatever, like, and it's like broken up into like 3 different parts.
Yes,
of the
I understand
recipe.
what you're saying.
That I've done those, so I just realized that that's kind of like a mental thing for me.
Yeah,
you don't need to know about this.
My cake recipes, every single cake recipe on my website doesn't link to another page. I put the frosting, I put the filling, I put everything you need for that cake on one page.
It doesn't seem as daunting.
But look at them. No, it's daunting. It's daunting to me, and I make them. Yeah. Like, it's a lot. There's a lot of steps. Some of my cakes require 5 different things.
I get that. But if it's... cakes is a whole other thing.
It's Google's fault.
Anyway, this isn't not
Google
important.
rewards people for linking to other pages on their site,
yeah,
so that might be another reason they do it.
I hope it's worth...
I was lazy.
Instead of me. Google keeps them warm at night. Anyway, I was just bitching. Go ahead.
Okay, so tuna casserole is on there. And then the last new recipe that's just in time for this podcast to come out in December is a cookie recipe. And it is based on the movie Nightmare Before Christmas, because when Jack needs to have his sleigh pulled, he has skeleton reindeer pulling it. And so I made some skeleton reindeer cookies based on a recipe that I already had, but they're cuter.
I had one of these.
You did?
Yeah, it was very good.
Thank you. Yeah, you should be testing all of my recipes so that...
As in, tasting them, not
Yeah.
making no.
tasting them.
Taste testing them.
This makes 3 Nightmare Before Christmas recipes that I know how.
There's this one. There's the soup, frog's breath soup.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can think of the third one. Do I know about the third one? I probably do. Have you seen it?
Do you want me to tell you?
I want you to give me a hint, but I want you to tell me.
It's in a song. It's not actually in the movie. It's in one of the songs.
Okay, tell me.
Okay, it's Snake and Spider Stew.
Okay. I do remember that, but it wouldn't have come to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad I told you.
Yeah. 4 hours later. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. It will come to me.
This is basically my theme for the holidays, is that I am not super Christmas. I'm not super into Christmas. I celebrate solstice instead of Christmas, but also just like Christmas is not it's like my least favorite holiday maybe.
No, it's definitely my first.
I know it is. I know.
Yeah.
So whenever like I have to come up with Christmas recipes, I somehow always end up making
go-to.
them. Yeah. Like remember when we did the cookie exchange at Kimmy's house and I made unicorn cookies instead of...
Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot about that.
So I somehow managed to like eke other things into Christmas that aren't. And then we did the pastel Christmas tree cakes last year.
Yeah.
Because I felt like making them pastel made them less Christmassy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm starting to see that I have this theme going on now.
Yeah, I didn't even... Yeah, that's true. I didn't notice it either.
Hey. Okay. So that's all that's been going on at the dollhouse.
All right.
Is it time for Wag or Whimper?
Yeah.
Okay. Wag or Whimper, our segment where we talk about a vegan product that we tried. For the first time, we decided if it made us wag or whimper. I have...
And I actually have one, so I'm so happy.
A thing to bring. So that we can do a live tasting.
Okay. Do you want to do that at the end or the first thing or the last thing?
You do yours first.
Okay. So when... I mean, you haven't... Hi, if this is your first episode, I'm Ashley and I'm a creature of habit. I don't like buy a lot of things that I haven't already bought. But Matt found this at Whole Foods, and I was like, you know what? That's new. Let me have a bite of it. I didn't eat the whole thing. I had a bite, and I was like, that way I can talk about it, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
But it was the Koolhaas, which is a ice cream.
I didn't know they had
company.
Anything vegan.
They're not vegan, but they do have. They're coming out with non-dairy stuff.
Okay, cool.
Vegan options. So Matt got an ice cream sandwich. And it was the dairy-free horchata ice cream sandwich.
Nice.
And I was like, I mean, let's put it this way: if you come here for what is it called, my Halo Top stuff, this is the opposite, because this is like probably 2 or 3 tubs of Halo Top. This is decadent.
Good
as far as the calories go. So I was like, let's have a bite. And it was very good. It had like a snickerdoodle cookie.
That's what I was wondering what the cookie was.
The cookie was snickerdoodle.
That makes sense. It kind of goes along with horchata flavor-wise.
Let's see.
I always see
what
them,
else. It's out of stock on their website. Let me see if it said what else. Horchata rice milk and cinnamon frozen dessert with snickerdoodle cookie. Mm-hmm. And it was delish, let me tell you. And I wouldn't even have picked that flavor, honestly, out of the ones they have.
And it was creamy?
Yeah, it was good. And the ones they have, so right now they have cookies and cream, Tahitian vanilla, dirty mint chip.
Ooh. Wait, what is it dirty?
I don't know.
Rare.
Yeah. Cookie dough life. And the one I just said. And yeah, that's it. Okay. The rest of them are not vegan. But they're coming. Those are the Sammy ones. They say Sammy's. Sandwiches. So, I don't know. Let's see if they have any pints on their website. Yeah, so they have vanilla, dirty mint, mocha marcona almond fudge.
Fuck yeah, bring on that mocha shit. I want that.
Cookie dough life, salted caramel, chocolate sandwich cookie that's in a pint. Peanut butter fudge. Okay, that's all there.
Peanut butter fudge. I want peanut butter fudge, mocha, and dirty mint, please.
Yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10 vegan flavors in the pints. Good. And what was that, like 6 or something? I actually have
never seen their pints at stores. I've only seen the sandwiches.
Right, I didn't pay attention if they had it. This was at the Cupertino Whole Foods if you're in the area. That Matt got the cookie dough. The ice cream sandwich. But yeah, I was like, let me have a taste of that so I can have something to talk about on the podcast next, whenever it was. But yeah, it was very good. So the Cool House ice cream sandwich made me wag. Whee!
All right.
And Robin already talked about her whimper here. That was the Miyoko's mac and cheese dust. So that didn't work out for her.
Remember when we tried the stars?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the same company from the ground up, except they're the cheddar. They're kind of like a Cheez-It. Like the cheddar.
Yeah, it looks just like a Cheez-It on the box.
Okay.
God, I forgot about Cheez-Its.
Oh, I loved Cheez-Its.
I forgot all about Cheez-Its.
They were like one of my favorite crackers. And then I would also get the cheddar saltines when saltines came out with flavored.
No thanks.
No?
Mm-mm.
Did you try it?
No, I don't like the look of it.
I don't like
The look of the sound of it.
All right, oops.
Okay,
you ready?
They're very thin. They're very much thinner than Cheez-Its.
Yeah, way
FYI.
thinner. I don't think they're as good. I feel like the Earth Balance Cheez-Its
As good as a Cheez-It? No, absolutely not. But
not even as good as the
Do I
Earth
like
Balance
them?
Cheez-Its. They're just not cheesy.
I think they're pretty cheesy.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see what they
I'm going back and forth. The more I eat, the better they taste.
Ingredients: cauliflower flour, whole grain rice flour, cassava flour, potato starch, rice flour, potato flakes, cassava starch. What's RSPO palm oil? Oh, responsibly sourced.
Oh, there you go.
Natural flavors, maltodextrin, salt, sugar, baking powder. Like nothing in here makes it taste like cheese. Oh, it has mushrooms in it.
That's okay.
Garlic powder. Yeah, nothing, there's like no nooch or anything like that.
They're okay. Honestly, I wouldn't say it was a wag or a whimper for me. It's just a whatever.
Yeah.
But maybe this was the thing. Would I buy them? No. So I guess that's a wag.
It's a
whimper. If I had,
I wouldn't buy them again. They're a whimper.
Okay, so from the ground up, cauliflower crackers and the cheddar flavor made us whimper. They're not the worst things I've ever had, but they're not great.
They're not great. I would definitely take the Earth Balance ones over these.
I don't even know if I've had the Earth Balance ones.
Really?
No, because I don't know.
You're not a cheesy cracker person.
I mean, yeah, I can come out of bed, really, but I'm not like, I don't seek them out. I'm like, oh, I want a cheesy cracker. I wake up and that's what I want. No, not really.
Nah. I mean, I'm going to eat them.
Well, you got them. Yeah, you bought them, so.
I'm putting them away from me.
They'll do. But, oh, yeah, man, usually, many of our live tastings are always wags. Have we ever had a whimper?
This might be our first live whimper.
Yeah. Because we did the...
Oh, wait, the yogurt. I brought a yogurt to work.
That's when we tried it at, we had it at Vegan Donut Gelato. That's where we tried it, isn't it? When we recorded there.
Yeah, we tried that one too.
Oh, that was awful. That was a hard whimper.
Was that a Ripple yogurt? Or
it was Ripple.
Oh God,
that was bad.
So
I hope
bad.
maybe they've like updated their like formula or something. But I don't think I'll even test it again.
No.
This was a soft whimper. That was a hard whimper.
That was a very hard whimper.
I was like, ugh. It was awful.
This is like if I was at a party and it was the only vegan thing on the table, I would totally eat it.
Yeah. It's not awful.
Yeah, but if we had to pick,
it's not there. Yeah, I'm not gonna say. Yeah,
but that Ripple yogurt was so gross.
Yeah, it was immediately bad. Yeah,
that's where you're just like, did you do any product testing? Before
did anybody eat this before? Oh my god. Yeah. Oh. And it's funny because their pizza stars were delicious. So good.
Yeah.
Maki, stop it. My pants are gonna be all wet. What do you like on there? I don't know. Yeah, those were good. So that's disappointing.
Yeah.
But oh well, you win some, you lose some.
Okay, so that's it for episode 49. We're currently broadcasting on Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, and Breaker. I think we're going to look into getting on a couple of others, but Ashley and I are procrastinators, so it hasn't happened yet, but pretty soon. You can leave us reviews, I believe, on most of those places. I think when you review it, it helps the podcast be discovered when people search for things, so that would probably help save more animals, which would be great. good karma there. So if you have time to leave a review, that would be cool. If you don't like leaving reviews, but you have something to tell us, or if your review is going to be negative, we'd rather you just send it to us.
Tell it to our face.
So we have an email address. It is dollsanddonuts@gmail.com, all spelled out. No spaces, no underscores, no any of that.
Business.
Yeah, so just send us an email. I mean, you could also just send us any kind of email. You could send us pictures of cute animals.
Something to say about something we talked about, whatever.
Yeah, we like it. We like mail. And if you want to see all of Ashley's adventures, you can go to theveganadventure.com, or you can follow her on Instagram at ashleythevegan. And if you want to see any of the food that I've been making, any of the things that I've been talking about on this episode or any of other episode, all of my recipes are at vegandollhouse.com, or you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or wherever at vegandollhouse.
Woohoo! So have a good holiday or non-holiday or whatever. Hopefully you get some time off, so spend that however you want and hope in a good way.
Have some good days off work, you guys. You deserve it.
Yeah. Whether you're celebrating the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ or not. We'll get some hate mail for that. Use the Gmail account. But anyway, I just like Christmas lights, so that's what I'm here for.
Just here for the Christmas.
Just here for the Christmas. Mostly the lights. But yeah, so have a good holiday, however you spend it, and we'll see you in January.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that is? My birthday month. Thank you. You totally.
Oh, it's also our podcast birthday month.
50 episodes.
I feel like that's just some kind of a birthday over the hill.
It's a big number.
What is 50?
It was 40 over the hill.
Oh shit, I don't know.
We were over the hill 9 months ago.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what 50 is and we'll know by next time.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.